Okay, drone video for a very private tract at Bobcat Hollow. We're going to get a good look at this from the air. This is an early springtime video, so just maybe half of the leaves are out on the trees, just a portion of them. But that's a good time to look at properties because you can actually see how the ground lays. So in another week or two from when this video was taken, and everything's just a sea of greenery, you can't see the topography of the land, and that's really what we want to see on this because this lays better than 90% of properties in the Ozarks. So we're looking down, we're looking at the west side, we're facing east, and when we pan up in a minute, we'll be looking easterly over the property. So you can already see the west side is entirely wooded. Actually, the west side of this, decades ago, used to be an open meadow or a pasture. If you look at the maps, you can see that. Way off to the left, you can see someone who has a little yard or a cabin or whatnot. I doubt you'd ever see that from the property because you've got all that thick timber. We're actually facing a little bit northeast. Okay, but we're getting a pretty good look at the property here. So entirely wooded on that west side. As you go easterly, you can see there's an open area. Keep going east, and you finally have a creek bed that borders the east side of the property. It's a gravel creek bed, and we'll get a better look at that in a minute. As far as how the ground lays, it's really nice. It's basically more or less level at the county road. I think it slopes a little north to south. As you go east for a few hundred feet, you have a small dip, and then it rises back up, and you've got a large level area right toward the center. As you keep going east from the center, it starts to slope down toward that creek bed, but it really doesn't get steep until right before you get to the creek bed. Then there is some steepness to it. I guess everybody has a different idea of steepness. We'll take a look in a minute. You'll see, but I'm going based on the topo map and what we see right here. We're in Douglas County, Missouri with this property, so gorgeous area. Awesome for hunting. Deer, white-tailed deer, and turkey are pretty phenomenal in Douglas County. We're close to the National Forest. We're just a couple miles from Bryant Creek, which is really a river, an excellent river for fishing and swimming and canoeing. Okay, going easterly. So you can see the heavily wooded portion on the west. As we keep going east, hard to tell, but there is kind of that little, it's not even a valley on the property. It's more of a little slope down and back up. And then we've got kind of an open, somewhat wooded area, and then keep looking east and you can see it slopes down to that creek bed, and we've got that gravel creek bed. So the guys explored that creek bed the same day that this drone video was taken, and they said it was not flowing. It looked like it had flowed recently. Wow, I think I just got motion sick. That's okay. They said it looked like it had flowed recently, but it was not flowing the day they were out there, so that's definitely not a year-round creek bed. Okay, and just kind of flying. I think the drone's actually at a little bit of an angle here. This is the older drone. So good tree cover on that west part, the western several hundred feet. These tracks were logged a few years ago. You can tell it wasn't clear cut, and parts of it weren't logged at all. Extremely private out here, but this tract is less than half a mile off of the county road, County Road 126. It's accessed via the private easement road, so very private and peaceful setting. The road actually dead ends about a quarter mile past the property, so you'll have basically no through traffic on this property. You can check out the website to see a short ground video and interactive maps. So as we get toward the center, you've got that area that's more open. Mixture of wooded and open. So I mean, you have options. You have the heavily wooded area. You've got the level areas. You've got a lot of people would prefer to build where there's a little bit of a slope, so you can do a walkout basement and have that view. You've got the east side of the property for that. So pretty ideal. You're going to see, like we said, all kinds of deer and turkey out here. It's just awesome. So yeah, super private, very pretty area, not too far out of Ava, Missouri, and only about an hour and a half out of Springfield, Missouri. And And definitely when you get out there, explore that gravel creek bed. That looks like an old creek. So you're going to have, in addition to a lifetime supply of gravel, you're going to have some cool rock features and other stuff that comes along with having a true Ozark creek bed. So InstantAcres.com, we definitely hope to hear from you.